72 hours later with the brand new Motorola Edge 50 Neo. Let's go. Now, just last week, the guys at Motorola flew a couple of us out to Serbia for the launch of their newest smartphones. They dropped like 4 new phones in total, 2 new phones for the Motorola G family of budget smartphones, and 2 new flagship Edge 50 smartphones. And the one we're chatting about today is obviously the Motorola Edge 50 Neo. Now, man's put it back in the box so you can see exactly what comes with the box now. Nice and slim, no charger in there at all, unfortunately, just a little charging cable. But you do get a little case, which you can obviously put on the phone. Let me just show you guys that real quick as I try to unbox it with one hand. Yeah, so you get a little USB-C to C cable. You get some literature that bad man don't read. And you get a little hard shell case that you can put on the back of the phone. And obviously, you also get the phone itself, which man is trying to unbox with one hand right now. Can't lie, the red on this device is redding. You know them way there? The red is actually redding, fam. It looks nice. What? The Pantone. What's this one called? Poinciana. Yeah, mad thing. Colors are looking colorful, fam. Man has not even color graded this video. This is just the phone shining in the natural light. Yeah, it's looking nice still. Now, I don't know if my camera, the little Osmo Pocket 3, is going to be sharp enough to pick this up, but you've got this kind of fake leather touch on the back as well. Just thought I'd mention that. Obviously, you got the little camera modules up here doing their thing. Yeah, no, it's all looking wavy, fam. I'll get the specs for those in a second. Now, I'm going to put the specs on the screen real quick, but just to show you guys the deal, we're looking at 6.4-inch display, POLED ting, 120Hz refresh rate as well, so you can get a little bit of gaming going on there. Now, for the processor, we're talking a MediaTek Dimensity 7300, and you can get either 8GB of RAM with a 256GB of storage, or 12GB of RAM with the 512GB of storage. You got like a 4,300 mAh battery there, which is reasonable with a low-end processor like the one that we got here from MediaTek, and that charges up at 68 watts maximum speed, fam. So you should be able to get juiced up in no time at all. Now, it goes without saying that this phone is everything you'd expect from a regular Motorola phone. You've obviously still got the twist to open up the camera and twist again to get it to face forward. Yeah, there we go. So you still got that on the phone as well. You still got the double chop to get the light on. You got the double chop to get the light back off, and all those other kind of Motorola features that you know and love. Now, let's move on to cameras real quick before I go into anything else, because with Motorola's, I feel like they've got all the basics sorted. They've got the phone quality, the build quality, they've got the software sorted, the sound quality sorted. Everything is 99% as far as I'm concerned with Motorola. But a big part of a smartphone these days, like it or not, is the camera quality. And because I've seen what is capable on Pixels and iPhones, I need Motorola to catch up, fam. Not that their quality is bad during the day, but at low light situations and just general video options and modes that are available on these, essentially Edge 50 flagship handsets, I just feel they're lacking behind the competition. Now, you do get triple camera setup that includes a 50 megapixel wide, you get a 13 megapixel ultra wide, and I think you get like a 10 megapixel zoom lens or telephoto lens, whatever you want to call it. The main sensor is brilliant. You get 4K 60 on that, you get your 1080p 60 on that. It's all good. I don't really have any issues with that apart from when it gets to low light, but that's the same with every other phone. Now, the issues come with the ultra wide and the zoom lens. When it gets dark, and again, this happens with a lot of other phones, but when it gets low light, those lenses literally fall apart. They're just not able to see the light in dark areas, which, as again I say, it happens with other phones, so that's cool. But what also kind of annoys me is that these are the Edge 50 range of smartphones from Motorola. These are supposed to be the flagships, like the big guys kind of thing. Yet, a lot of the features that are on the Edge 50 Ultra are missing from anything else in the Edge 50 range, namely doing 1080p 60 frames per second video on the ultra wide or on the zoom lens. I don't know why that's not possible. It just doesn't let you do it. It automatically switches you back down to 1080p 30. Even 4K 60, clearly you can't get that on the ultra wide or the zoom telephoto lens as well. You can get 4K 30, but just not 60 frames per second. And I like to get those ultra wide kind of GoPro shots and video with my smartphone where the opportunity is, there, because obviously it just makes the thing feel more creative. Now, on the front of the phone, we've got a 32 megapixel selfie camera. It takes, decent quality selfies. I guess what you'd expect from a normal camera phone. In daylight is where it shines best. At nighttime, if you don't have one of those little Amazon lights for your smartphone to light up the area, it's not going to look good at all. Now on to my favorite section, which is the gaming. And of course, I didn't expect there to be any issues here. My top favorite games, doing up a little bit of Oceanhorn, a little bit of Rush Rally 3. No issues here at all. Nice high frame rates. Obviously, if we got any lower spec games, we can definitely boost them up to that 120 Hz refresh rate. No issues. My only thing is that bigger games, kind of like Fortnite, you have to dial the settings down just a little tiny bit to make sure you get a nice, easy and smooth frame rate. Same situation for PUBG essentially. Just, don't max it out, have a little modesty, yeah? Be a bit demure about the situation when you're banging out games here. Now, in terms of performance, apart from gaming, it's pretty decent. It's doing what it needs to do for everyday use. Like if man's using social media stuff like Instagram, Twitter, Threads, and whatever the other thing is called, like it's working. It's doing its thing. I'm able to scroll up and down. It's not like it's loaded madly between each video that I'm watching and stuff like that. So doom scrolling performance is pretty much decent on this, as is web browsing and doing anything else. It's only when you get into, like, I would say, power user tasks like video editing. Now, obviously, we only got up to 4K 30 max on this phone, but video editing, that didn't seem too bad. Like, it seemed to do what it needed to do without much lag at all. I haven't done any big projects on it yet, but, as far as my first impressions go, it's not lagging that much. It's able to do what it needs to do. Now, at this under £500 sector, I think it's definitely pretty competitive in terms of what we've got going out at the moment. My only thing would be that Edge 50 lineup is looking a little oversaturated at the moment. We got the Edge 50 Neo, the Edge 50 Fusion, the Edge 50 Pro, the Edge 50 Ultra, and the regular Edge 50. And I know the Edge 50 Ultra is at the top, but underneath that, I'm not sure what the ranking system is like. And they're all pretty closely priced as well. So it's one of them ones where it might be a bit tricky for consumers to know which Edge 50 do they go for, if not the Ultra. And especially for reviewers like myself, which Edge 50 device do we suggest to people, if not the Ultra kind of thing? Because underneath it's all a little bit ambiguous. You know them ones there. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and subscribe and like, and hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next one.